The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. Treasure Coast Connector is the talk show, an online community where we put a spotlight on interesting local businesses and resources, then connect them to you, the consumers in the community. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do. When we learn about what's happening in our own backyard and support local businesses, it strengthens the local economy. For details on the show, links to discounts, promos, past interviews, check out www.tcconnector.com. So I have two very accomplished business women in the studio today. They are combining their talents to help people in a very unique way. Michelle C. Butler is an author. She's a speaker. She's a grief coach. She's an artist and a real estate tycoon. Yes, that's exactly what she is. And Libby Wiseman is also a very accomplished speaker, realtor, broker owner of luxury homes of the Treasure Coast, also another real estate tycoon, and they have services to help families and their seniors and have teamed up together. And you're about to learn how they are helping the families on the Treasure Coast and beyond. So welcome back to the show, because you've been on this show more than once.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and now you're together, okay? And before we start talking about what it is that you're doing to help the families and seniors and such, just give us 60 seconds each overview of a little bit about your background. Is it okay if we start with Libby, Michelle?
Absolutely.
Well, I have been in real estate. I won't tell you for how many long years, but quite a number. And I have done just about everything there is to do in real estate, mainly residential, but commercial. I did what they call trading. In fact, I had a radio show called Tradio.
Oh, nice.
Back when the market was down before.
Right.
And so that was lots of fun. I enjoyed it. And so that's pretty much it. Over the years, I've been in Vero since 1982. So
you know everybody and everything.
Oh, I wish.
Oh no, you do. Everybody knows and loves you. And what I like about the fact that you've had this long-standing career is that nothing throws you. And during that great recession with the real estate market, with the upheaval, you helped a lot of people. You saved the day for a lot of people. So I want people to know that. But Miss Michelle, because we have a lot to talk about, so we're going to keep things going fast. So 60-second overview about you and your brilliance, please.
Okay. I started in real estate in 2005 in Denver, Colorado, and I've been a realtor there for 19 years now, 19 plus. So I recently got my license here in Florida, mostly because I'm interested in what Libby is doing and stuff like that with helping families, seniors, all of that, get to a comfortable place where, they can be. But the reason that I got into this, my daughter passed away. And so it took a little skirt in life, you know, and had to start doing some healing, which opened up bigger wounds and had to do more healing and et cetera, et cetera. So I've done a lot of work with grief, and now I'm working on myself. I've done a lot of work.
You did the work on yourself, but now all of the people here that you're helping, and we'll get into that. So you turned a horrible situation into something that other people find so helpful for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very interesting. Okay, so now, even though you are relatively new, unlike Libby, you're relatively new to the scene.
I am not even 3 years yet.
But there are times when I will start talking about you and people tell me about you. I met her. So you are making a splash here.
Yay.
Because of the grief coaching that you're doing and the art and the books. So
speaking.
In the speaking. So give me an overview, a little bit about like how you're helping others with this work.
So I started out with art, and that was helping me heal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into some art shows and stuff like that and kind of put myself out there into the community. Then one day I had this brilliant brainstorm. I need to write a book because I, just kind of snapped in my grief because people kept saying things to me that hit me sideways.
Yeah. They were trying to be helpful, but it wasn't helpful.
Right. Well, yes. I think they were trying to be loving and considerate, but it didn't come across to me that way.
That would be me, open mouth, insert foot.
So yeah, just, it's little statements that are cliche and, she's in a better place or whatever. Those things were just not helping me. And I realized how invalidating they were.
Right.
And how people don't mean to be invalidating, but they are. And that's the reality of it. And what happened to me was I isolated more because I didn't trust myself in public when people said these cliche things. So I wrote the book, Please Don't Say That, SH*T. And
exclamation mark. Let's hold that up in the,
And then also on the flip side, so this book gives people tools to know what to say when somebody is grieving.
I love it because when they open the book, it's on the left side is the triggering statement. On the right side is what people can say that's helpful and why it's helpful.
Correct.
So now MichelleCButler.com is your website for your art for this book and Befriending My Grief Monster. And it's doing really well on Amazon. And
this one is written more for the person that's grieving and has tips and tools on how to navigate through your grief.
Yeah. And show the backside of that because it's really cute. You're hugging, and he actually is kind of cute. I must say, you did a good job with the art on that.
Yes. In the beginning, it's we're a little
standoffish
distant from each other, and he's much bigger, and here we are hugging and working it together.
Yeah. Because
and that's
it'll
really
never
what it is all about.
go
the
away.
Healing.
Right.
No,
exactly.
It's not. And I've found in my journey that the more healing you do on like the rest of your life and your triggers and your inner child and all of that stuff, when you get that more stabilized, you can handle your grief a lot better. When you're not stable
Cindy's clapping. Very good.
You cannot handle your grief. It's explosive.
Yeah. And then so what we did was we created, what I want to say first is people can buy the book on Amazon, but you are launching the audio book of the very first one. Please Don't Say That, SH*T. Okay. So we have a 90-second clip.
Great.
And Cindy is going to play that for us right now.
It was just her time. And my thought, oh, look at that. Now it's your time. I have to giggle at this one. It soothes me a little bit to be so raw. The effect my reaction statement might have on you makes me think that you might feel some of the sting that those words give to a griever. It's crazy to me that people really think that it's that simple. Duh. Obviously it was her time. She's gone. This is not comforting. It does not offer condolences. And it's definitely not a genius theory. This ultimately equates to, I have no earthly idea what to say to you. You have needed this book more than you realized if you've uttered these words. You're welcome. Number 30 on the flip side, you could say, this is a significant loss and it's okay to feel the way you do. I'm sure you feel like there could never be enough time with her. And I'm sorry for what you're missing. A more merciful approach, right? Especially when dealing with sensitive topics like grief and loss, can have a significant impact on the person that you're communicating with. It promotes healing rather than backlash. Positive communication can help mend a soul by acknowledging the person's pain and offering hope and support. It can help the person feel understood and less alone in their grief. Trust me, I can't stress this enough. We almost always feel alone in our grief. Any gap that is bridged is a game changer.
Yeah, so that was amazing. So I'm going to take the headphones back as we were listening to this in the studio. And your voice is amazing.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
But what I did for this show was I actually took out some of the gaps of where you had some really nice pauses in there. So that was a little bit faster. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a break early. Isn't that great? Okay, because we have a lot more to discuss about what you guys are working on together in the real estate world. That's super helpful. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
Big news, Treasure Coast. Your favorite mortgage team just got even better. Introducing the same trusted faces you know and love, now with Union Home Mortgage.
Hi, this is Shannon Pohl.
Hi, this is Lucy Cranker. And these high-producing team members bring decades of experience, unwavering honesty, and hearts of gold to every home loan. And here's the best part. Same local processing, underwriting, and appraisers you rely on. Contact Union Home Mortgage.
Visit us online at shannonCpohl.com
and LucyCranker.com.
Summer is here, and it's a great time to create your outdoor room at Sunshine Furniture. Right now, during our summer clearance sale, you can save 10 to 50% on furniture from Berlin Garden, Lloyd Flanders, Woodard, Windward, Beechcraft, and more. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have any style of furniture that you need, all built to withstand the Florida elements, and we specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, outdoor rugs, and fire pits. Come in now for our summer sale, including 50% off all pictures, lamps, and accessories. Sunshine Furniture, $1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned since 1991. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and don't forget to shop our outlet store right across the street.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I'm with Michelle Butler, Michelle C. Butler, and Libby Wiseman of Luxury Homes of the Treasure Coast. And now we're going to get back to what I was saying in the first half with the intro, is that when people hear of real estate, you are the broker owner and you have your license. And then of course you'll get that realtor status and all of that, just like you had in Denver, and you were a top agent there. I have no doubt you're going to set the world on fire here. And buying homes, selling homes, that's what people think about when they hear about a brokerage. But there is something very special and unique about you. And because of your background of dealing with people with grief, certified probate specialist, I'm mixing up my words, and then a senior transition navigator. So what we have on the Treasure Coast and Space Coast and Palm Beaches is we have a lot of seniors. And sometimes as they get older, they want to downsize or move into an assisted living or an independent or an assisted living facility. Sometimes the adult children that are in different parts of the country are left with, wow, my parent passed and now I'm dealing with this probate. I don't know where to turn, what to do next. So what happens? Emotions are at an all-time high. And it's like you kind of have to really hold their hands. And the two of you have that in your backgrounds because we've all dealt with the loss of loved ones. Of course, you just mentioned your daughter, anyway. So what I want to hear from you ladies, and this is now you're going to take turns helping each other out, is talking about all that you offer. What happens when the adult children call after the passing?
When they call, you first have to see where they are, what their situation is, and how they felt about their parent, because some don't want anything to do with it. They just get rid of the stuff, whatever you can do. And then some of them would like some of the things. So
very sentimental.
Exactly.
And,
And so what we always suggest is that they take what they want initially. And then what we do is we will help them get the people that buy the stuff, or if they need an estate sale, whatever they need, we will help them arrange that. And so many times they are out of the state and they don't have a clue where to start. And so that makes it very difficult. And so the main thing is just to learn to listen. That is one of the biggest things that you can possibly do, whether you're working with the senior themselves or with the children.
Yeah, because it could be the spouse that lost the other spouse, and the adult children could be living here, they could be living elsewhere. And you're also really good about that. You're a good communicator, but you're also a good listener and absorber of, you know. So you're excited about this.
I am really excited. I started out with first-time home buyers being my specialty. And I just loved the hand-holding aspect of that, because they didn't know what they were doing, and they were, lost and dazed and confused. And I have that mom thing about me anyway, I have that need to be a mom. So I am really excited about this, because I'm at a different chapter of my life now. Honestly, I already had an interest in probate specialty anyway, but that's not really what Denver is all about. It's more that a first-time home buyer and moving up and stuff like that, So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to work with Libby. She's a great lady. So,
and that's the thing. You had met with a lot of different broker owners, and you just kept circling back. Like, you and Libby met each other, through networking and such.
Because we have so much in common. Where this, just the heartfelt.
And then the two of you had a speaking engagement at Discovery Village, Vero Beach, where you tag teamed your efforts. So.
But the thing about it is that with the senior navigating.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that next.
Yes, that is where when you mentioned that there was children and things like that, I've been working with a gentleman whose wife passed away 2 years ago. He has no family. His closest relative is out. So he really needed hand-holding the whole way. And, the things like that you come across.
Right.
And then you come across people that haven't decided what they want to do. And where should I go? What should I do?
Yeah.
And so you just kind of have to listen.
Having a lot of those conversations, too.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's not just to go in and get a listing and sell the house. It has nothing to do with that. It is helping them all the way through this journey that they're taking.
And I like that. Yeah, because the seniortransitionnavigator.com, that's your other website. And when you have that initial consultation, there's never a fee.
No.
And then when you're lining up the different people that are going to help them with the downsizing and the moving and such, again, they're not paying you for that. It's when you get involved with the real estate, of course, as a realtor, that's where the fee applies.
Right.
And I really don't know of any other brokerage that is doing exactly what the two of you are doing. So that's why I wanted you guys on the show together to talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was very surprised, since we are here, when it first came about. And in my case, what got me interested or headed that way is my husband was in a situation, and the marketing person there said, "Aren't you in real estate?" And I said, "Yes." And then she told me about a client she had that needed help. And so that just got me, I've got to get my senior real estate certification. And that's how it all started initially.
Yeah, no, I really love that. And then, okay, so now what area, I mentioned broad, but you work predominantly on the Treasure Coast, but yet you're up in the Space Coast and you're down in the Palm Beaches, right? So it's kind of, is it that large of an area?
It really depends on the people.
Okay.
And where they want to be, because sometimes maybe there's not space here in the type of unit that they want or need. Maybe they need to go to Melbourne or to Palm Bay or to something like this. And so you can't limit yourself.
Right.
And there's so many different avenues, which I do try to help. We talk about the VA and the different things so that you have some knowledge. And even if you don't have it yourself, you find the person that does, the expert in that field.
Right. So Lux Homes, LuxHomestc.com and SeniorTransitionNavigator.com. But your phone number, please.
My 772-783-2800.
Okay, very good. And Michelle, your phone number?
720-254-4419.
Yeah, you can't change that because you also have people in Denver still reaching out for help. So
Can't
IB
change
Sellin.
that or my email address. I've had it for 20 years.
Yeah, so go ahead.
IB Sellin. I-B as in boy, E, S as in Sam, E-L-L-I-N @MSN.com.
Yeah, I love that. When I first met her and I was getting to know you, I'm like, look at that email. Yeah, I really like that a lot.
It's good. It's great.
So now you have some things on the horizon. What do you want to talk about? Because this show is going to air a little bit later on iHeartRadio, but it's available immediately all over the internet and the major podcasts. So what's going on with you?
So I'm doing a book signing at Joe's All-American Tap Cafe on 20th Street in Vero Beach.
Yeah, right across from the courthouse.
Right across from the courthouse. That's right. But the parking is in back, so don't be confused and leave.
It's very easy to park.
That is on Saturday, August 10th at 1:30, from 1:30 to 3. So it's a quick little... Wanda Weathersby will be there with me. She's also a fellow author in the grief area. And then let's see what else.
You have a lot of art exhibits coming up. So I think what people should do when they go onto your website,
Facebook,
they're going to find you on Facebook as well, but there's a link to your Facebook on your website. So they can find your events that way with all of your artwork. And then there is the Vietnam Veterans Brunch on August 7th.
August 7th.
Yeah. And
right.
you're
at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
If there are any veterans out there that want to eat for free that day, you should come by.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's $15, which is a really nice contribution.
Still great.
She's telling us that we have 60 seconds to wrap up. Then I have another 60 seconds to say thank you. She keeps control of the time. Right. We have to obey what Cindy says because she is the, studio technician here, technical engineer. For the show. Okay, let's see. Before we wrap up, 30 seconds, what would you like to say? A lot of pressure. Sorry.
Oh, she does this to me. I'm here to help the seniors. I'm a navigator, but they are the captains of their ship, not me.
Yes.
So that's what we have to always remember.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. And then, of course, Amazon for you for your books. Go to your website, michellebutler.com, to get the books, to get to the art and all of the things that you do. You're going to continue to make a big splash, ladies. The people really need you. The adult children, the seniors, just to get all of that emotion just calm down, because when you're working with them on that emotional level, that clears away. Clarity leads to very good decisions for the next steps. And that's what you ladies are about, is helping them make the very best decisions. So,
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I really like that a lot. And for everyone listening and watching, I will just say flat out, if you do not reach out to Libby Wiseman and Michelle Butler, it's to your own detriment. I can say that. I'm the host of this show, and I thank everyone for listening and watching. My name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope everyone has a safe, productive, wonderful week, and until next week, I miss you already.